Alright, you guys, so Hot Tub Time Machine 2, I just got back from seeing it. If you guys know, I praise that first movie so much. I absolutely love it. So I was excited to see this one, despite the fact that John Cusack is not in it. But it's directed by Steve Pink, and it's once again starring Craig Robinson, Clark Duke, and Rob Corddry. And in this movie, we also get the addition of Adam Scott as well. Now, the plot of this movie is we pick up where um, we see like Lou and Nick and Jacob kind of where they are since the first movie ended. And, you know, Rob Corddry's character, who I absolutely love, Lou, he's a dick in this movie. And I know he's a dick in the first ones and stuff like that, but he got to a point where I didn't even really like him all that much. And I can be an asshole. Uh, I think assholes are funny sometimes, but he was just kind of being a little too much sometimes. And somebody shoots him in the dick, so they decide to go back in time to try to stop Lou's killer. And when they wake up, they find out that they didn't go into the past. They went to 2025. Yes, 10 years in the future. And so this murder mystery comedy begins. Now, what I thought of Hot Tub Time Machine 2 is I didn't hate it. Uh, it certainly was a step down from the first one, which I knew that was going to be coming. Uh, but I laughed a lot, but it's a very dark and twisted sense of humor in this movie. The jokes are pretty fucked up, and so it's kind of wrong that I laughed at it. But yeah, I didn't think it was horrible. I didn't hate it or anything. I enjoyed it. I had fun. I laughed. It's just I didn't get as much enjoyment out of it as I did with that first movie. Let's talk about the characters. Like I said, Lou's a bigger dick in this one than he was in the last one. Nick, he's having a little bit of problems with his wife. He's become like his dad's butler. And that's kind of sad to see. And then we meet Adam Scott, who, this has been publicly announced a long time ago, but Adam Scott is playing Adam Jr. If you guys don't know, Adam was the character that John Cusack played in the first film, and we meet Adam Scott in the future, and we find out that Adam Scott is actually Adam Jr. So that was pretty cool. He got to meet his family for the first time, in a way. But like I said, John Cusack is not in this film. Is he missed? Yes, of course he's missed. I thought that that was going to be a big distraction. It wasn't a big distraction, but I think if they put John Cusack in it, I would have been a little bit happier. And the weird thing is, I don't know if I want to give this away or not yet. This is not really that big of a spoiler, I wouldn't say, but they talk about where Adam is in this movie. So I mean, like right in the beginning of the movie, they say Adam's off doing this right now. I'm like, okay, at least we get an explanation. We're just not pretending like he didn't exist or anything. And throughout the movie, we get little name drops of Adam, John Cusack's character, and that was kind of nice. Uh, but yeah, like I said, this movie I didn't hate. The jokes were I laughed, but then again, I have a dark and twisted sense of humor. So if you're into that, if you have that kind of sense of humor, I think you'll laugh. I didn't laugh as much as I did with the first one though, but I had a pretty fun time. Just the first one was better is all I'm saying. The grade I would probably give this, I'm gonna give it. It's in that B minus C plus range. I'm gonna give it a B minus because I actually did like it. I had fun with it. Um, it's just not that great film like the first one was. So guys, have you guys seen Hot Tub Time Machine 2? Comment down below and let me know. Because I am going to talk about a little bit of a spoiler first. Before we end the video. So if you have not seen Hot Tub Time Machine 2, I'm about to reveal the killer of the movie, or the girl who shot Lou. Alright, so if you have not seen Hot Tub Time Machine 2, stop watching right now. Alright, spoilers! We find out that the shooter was actually Adam Jr. And we didn't know it. He didn't know it because they get to the future a couple days before he went back in time and shot it, and you got to see how everything went down and why he shot Lou, and that ending it was interesting. You know, I didn't hate it. It wasn't as, like, because the way that as the movie goes throughout, you can it's kind of predictable. You can see it's obvious that yeah, it could be that guy or it could be that guy. I could see why. Uh, you don't really suspect Adam Scott throughout the movie, really at all, until the end of the movie when about 5 minutes before the reveal was when you can tell. And he was just so pissed off of something that Lou did in the future, so he went back to the past to try to shoot him again. But obviously that got stopped, and the end credits of the movie where it's showing like them doing the Beatles, and Adam Scott discovers cocaine, and you know Jacob slept with Marilyn Monroe. All that stuff was cool. Now I said when the trailer came out that Patriot Lou, when he came back and he's like, "We got to make America happen, bro." I said, I guarantee you that's the way the movie's gonna end. That part's gonna happen, and then cue credits. Sure enough, it did. I wish we would have seen more of them time traveling, like a lot into. Like I wish that would have been the movie. That would have been great. I didn't miss John Cusack, but it was good to see Chevy Chase back in there for a minute. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna give Hot Tub Time Machine 2 a B minus, and yeah. Well, see you later.